Hey guys, you hear my voice?
Yo, yo, yo,
There it goes. Hey, good timing.
ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another episode. This is episode 8 with yours truly, Mr. Tony C, aka Mr. Smack Like That. And of course, I'm here with my engineer friend, my racing buddy, and just all around good dude since I met him. None other, Kyle Robinson, Apex Hunting. Make sure y'all follow him on Twitch. He's live right now on Twitch and on YouTube. Make sure y'all support my man. So if you support me, support him as well. And of course, we got to talk about Richmond.
Yeah, yeah. Richmond's it's a fun track. Oh, there it
I don't
goes.
know why I do every time I do that. Every time it
Every
never
time,
fails, ladies and gentlemen.
every
Every
time.
time,
I'm telling you.
every time. I'm trying to tell you to get somebody else to take that part over so I can stop doing that.
That's funny. It's all good.
Looking real studious today. Oh, he finna drop facts on us today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna
Yeah, I got
bottles.
my special Ray Bans for this right here.
Tell Ray-Ban cut a check.
Oh, you
Smell it. I need to
stupid.
work on that one.
On what? Need to work on what?
Ray-Ban's cutting that check.
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can go to sponsorship there, Ray Bans. I wear y'all all the time, so give your boy a little sponsorship or something. We'll make it worth your while. Nah, but yeah, no, it was an interesting race. At least, okay. So starting off with trucks, trucks was how do we define trucks, Mac?
Ah.
How do we define trucks?
Trucks to me, and this is no, you know, trucks to me have been. It's good until it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to trucks, right? My dad, I don't know if my ears are thing going out or what. This thing like static. My bad. It's like
You're good, bro.
function static issue.
You're
So
good.
the thing is, it's like I like trucks. I do. I went to the race, and this was my first truck race, so I'm glad I was able to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, I catch Xfinity and Cup Series. I'm not always able to catch truck Xfinity and Cup Series races together. So I went to Richmond, and I can say the truck race, it was cool. You had some passings,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, same thing
It's
keeps happening.
the same old, same old. So for anybody that didn't see the truck race, I mean, pretty sure if you did. If you didn't, then, then we'll fill you in.
Yes.
But like Smack said, same old, same old. Corey Heim was on pole as always because that man is just bad fast, and I'm not gonna say he's too good for the truck series, but he's a weapon.
When it's your time, it's your time, and right now it's Heim time.
Yeah, yeah, Heim time. So he's definitely taking that Tricon garage truck and making them happy that they signed him because good lord, that boy is
They
quick.
are getting an ROI.
Yeah, yeah, they are. Um, so it's very interesting. One thing I will say is nice to see Caden Honeycutt in his first race in the Friesen truck. Stuart Friesen, get well soon after that
Yes.
horrific crash that he had. And it's a good thing that they're still able to run for the championship. Um, I think drivers championship and um, what's it called? Owners championship. Technically, because I think Hayden qualified earlier this year by winning a race for the playoffs, and then Stewart won, so the truck is also eligible for the owners championship. So it's nice, he gives him a chance to run for the championship. He qualified P11 in his first race in that truck after not much practice, so that was good for him. And then Raj's ex teammate Andreas Perez got let go by Spire and got picked up by Nice. I don't know if you saw that.
You got let go and picked up by who?
By Nice, Andres Perez, he was a 77
Yes,
car.
yes, yes. I
They
did. I
they
did
they
see that.
dr- yeah,
Yeah,
dropped
because they
him.
said that right after. Yeah, I read that. What was that? Early this week or last week? Early.
Yeah,
The weeks
they
be running together, but yeah, I remember reading that. Yeah.
yeah, they dropped him and picked up Corey LaJoie for the rest of the season. Transferred the '07 points to the 77 car. And yeah, he got picked up by Nice, I think, like immediately. So he's driving the 44 truck now for the rest of the season. So that's good for him. But yeah, starting off early in the race, literally, like we spoke about um before the podcast. Um, as soon as the green flag went, Daniel Hemrick had issues.
Yes.
Daniel Hemrick
Issues
had
that
right front issues, right front leaking.
issues that I definitely felt that it warranted caution, but you debated. They did not warrant a caution. I
No,
just
speak
feel
your piece.
I definitely feel that we've seen um them throw cautions. Now, granted, depending on maybe they thought in their head because, like you said, there's a gray area, right? Me, I just like there has to be if this is the rules, you're gonna find people. People get suspended based on these rules. And what's the point of having the rule if it's going to be a gray area? It just like it's like I felt it should have been a caution thrown.
Mhm,
He went around the track twice, like
mhm.
there's sparks flying and everything. You don't call the caution, so it's like okay, he's going around the track. He's not at competitive speed. Why is there no caution?
You know, one thing I thought about, I guess, after the initial conversation is, when you have a damaged car come back on track, they seem to meet minimum speed, but they don't throw a caution for that damaged car unless it drops debris, right?
Okay.
So a car will come back on track, it'll putt around,
Mm-hmm.
but it stays out of the way because they're just trying to make, like you've seen on, especially restrictor plate races.
Mm-hmm.
If someone is in a points battle and they just need to get one more spot, and the car that they're racing, let's say, I don't know, let's say the I don't know, the 3 car or something like that, right, is in 33rd place, and it needs to jump the 48 car
Mm-hmm.
to get that one position. They're gonna putt around on the apron of Daytona at not a high speed to get that 1 lap. NASCAR's not gonna throw a caution for them. They're gonna make that 1 lap, and then they get black flagged, and then they go back into the pits. There's no caution thrown, it's just, "Hey, you're not going fast enough, now you need to go." So, because no debris was dropped, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's one of
Good
those
argument.
things. Hmm?
I see that argument. Okay.
So it's one of those things like they're not gonna throw a caution for a car going slowly. They're gonna throw a caution for it being a danger to somebody else when it comes to I'm dropping a piece of sheet metal or I'm dropping a brake rotor that's gonna hurt someone else. But if you're able to stay out of the way of everybody and not be a hindrance to the action, we'll let you go around for a couple laps and see what you're doing first. And Hemrick, I think by like lap 4, he was ready in the pits.
You said Hemrick was what?
Wasn't it by lap 4?
Yes.
They
So he
yes.
went around twice. So I think it was like right after the first lap.
Mhm.
He went around twice. Like so, my thing is from me seeing it right, and I'm
Yeah.
there live. I'm like,
Yeah.
he has room to go to the. I felt he could. He was going slow enough that they were passing him. He could have. I'm like, well, why didn't he go? Was the pit not
The first
telling him
time.
to go?
I think he might have been trying. I think what he did the first time I went around was he was trying to get a caution. He's like, "Let's go around, see if they throw a caution for us, and if they don't, the second time around, go pit." Which, I mean, is not a bad strategy. If we go around and they don't throw a caution, if they did throw a caution, that works out for them. They're only down 1 lap, and then they can run into the pits, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus if they have it happen to where, like he did, well, I guess what actually ended up happening is he went around a couple times, no caution thrown, and then you go. And it's worth the gamble because
I
you
get what
lose
you're
1
saying.
lap versus losing 4.
From that standpoint, I definitely understand. See, this is why we have two different type of mindsets on the podcast. He gives you more of the crew chief aspect, engineer aspect. I'm going to give you the. I'm a fan of the sport. I've also been watching the sport for a while. So I'm going to give you that. He's going to give you the technical part.
Hey,
I was just, me and another guy was sitting there looking at each other like, where's the caution, ladies and gentlemen? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm
hey,
talking about, NASCAR.
I get it, but I feel like people are real quick, and I'm not even trying to be a mouthpiece for NASCAR because I have my issues with them. But I feel like people are just quick to try and find an issue or blame the sport. But look, I guess when you take a step back and look at it, you can see that. I mean, at least that's the way I see it. But that's why we watch it.
Yeah.
And no, you're giving it from a fan standpoint. Who's been watching NASCAR longer again?
I mean, that's no debate. That's you. I give you
Uh-huh.
that. I
I'm
give you
I'm
that.
just saying.
You watch racing period more than I have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, that's true, I do. I do.
There's a difference too. And I had to learn at a certain part that okay, and not to go into a tangent because I'm known for doing that.
Mhm.
Before we get on with the race,
Yeah.
the thing is, I've learned since I've been covering. Like I've always been a boxing fan. I've been watching boxing since I was like probably 9 or 10 years old. Like really watching it, like since I was like 9 or 10. So you watch it as certain things but when you start covering it, like as a content creator, journalist, or whatever you want to call it, analyst, whatever, you start covering it on a level as okay, I'm a fan, but a fan of the sport. You start paying attention, different fighting styles, different techniques,
Mhm.
footwork. You start learning all that stuff. So it's the same with racing now, right? Because I've been watching boxing a lot longer than I've been actually into. I've always been into motorsports racing. Like I said, Mark Martin was my favorite. So I've always
Mine
liked
too.
NASCAR. I just never really stayed and watched it like
Yeah.
you did. So I'm late to that party when it comes to that. So now I'm like learning, okay, I'm here. So when I was at the race, I'm like, okay, I'm here as a fan, but at the same time, I have my notes out and I'm like writing, okay, this is going on, while things are happening. So I just say that when you covering it's different. You're still a fan, but now you're looking at it like, okay, I got to look at the whole spectrum of it, not just one piece or one driver, any of that. You got
Yeah.
to really like look at it like from that angle of it. But on to this truck race. My tangent was probably longer than what we're going to talk about for this truck race.
Yeah. Yeah. We had Ty Majeski looking pretty pretty strong at the
Yes,
beginning of the race, and
and
it was interesting to see.
yes, for Corey Heim in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. He got on pole fast. I'm talking about it was a couple seconds, and then it just seemed like I don't know. It just seemed like their strategy. I don't know what the strategy was, but it seemed like because they were fast every time they pit, they'll because he was dropping like after a certain amount of laps. It wasn't a lot of laps, but he would drop after like okay, then Ty Majeski would come in, something like
Yeah.
that. He was no longer as fast as the race started, but then he pit, and guess what? He's fast again, but then he started dropping off again.
You talking about Heim?
Yes,
See, so Heim had good short run speed.
yes,
He had good
yes.
short run speed, but Majeski had a good overall balance on his car that could sustain the long run.
Yeah, and that's what I
So,
was telling people. I said that's because I took some people that have never been to NASCAR and they was asking me questions.
right.
They said when should they pit? I said depends on the pit strategy. I was like, you see, this guy's gonna have to pit because he has short run speed. He gets you for a couple laps after that. He's gonna wear out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's
I literally thought Tom Majeski had it up until
Oh, yeah. That was the craziest thing, wasn't it? His teammate hits him. Matt Crafton slides up into Majeski while he's leading. They
okay. So I've
both hit
watched the
the wall.
replay 2 or 3 times.
I
I
don't.
watched it while I was at the track.
Mhm.
So and then I'm watching on the phone. I'm like, do you say they both were just going for the same line?
Um, it looked weird to me because I feel like Crafton moved up a little earlier than he should have. Because following the normal racing line, I feel like you're still gonna be pinned down a little bit more at the exit of the corner. You don't really start drifting up. I guess more towards the exit. This was like in between the apex and exit where it happened.
Yeah.
So I mean, his trajectory would have kind of taken him towards the wall. It's like he plowed, he
Mm.
understeered into Majeski. It was really odd how it happened. It almost, and I mean, I'm not gonna say this is what happened, but it almost looked like someone trying to take someone out, right? I'm not saying
Okay.
that Crafton did that to Majeski because they're teammates, but it was just weird the way that it happened.
Yeah.
You
Hopefully
know?
that wasn't the case. But sometimes you just wonder what, like, you almost like, okay, what were you thinking in this? Like, when you took that, what was it? Because yeah, I said, okay, maybe they could be both going for the same line, and that's what happens.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, when spotter's not on point or you don't listen to the spotter. You know, they'd be like, "Oh, my spotter never said," and the spotter be like, "I did tell you that. You just didn't hear me." So
Yeah.
obviously, who takes the blame for that one? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to be held accountable? But that messed up. Now, Matt Crafton had some issue to his left rear, right? But Tom Majeski visually did not seem like he had any physical damage.
His rear bumper did. If you saw at the end of the race, his rear bumper was was crumbled up. It looked like he got like rear-ended essentially because the way when he backed into the wall. I wish I had a car I could just show you. Actually, I got a NASCAR car over there, but we're gonna use this, and then my phone is the wall, and he just backed up like
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
this right into the wall, right? So then his back got hiked up, actually, kind of like this, where his bumper's supposed to be down here,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
but it was hiked up like that. So that was affecting his car a little bit. But I mean, end of the day, like he was able to climb all the way back up to second place.
Yeah.
So he had a damn fast truck.
Definitely did. And the only reason why we're not going through all the issues, I mean, we could name different people who had issues, right? Because the race at the end, the best part was to me was the passings of when you had Tom Majeski battling the number 7 battle had first place for a while.
Oh, Sammy Smith.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they all had their. I mean, it was some decent passing. The race was cooler closer to the end, right? To me, the truck race got cool close to the end. In the beginning, it was just like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But it got better as time went on, and then strategy and like I said, I literally thought the guy to beat was because I think what Ben Rhodes still has to. I think he is below. I
You
think he's like
talking about below the cut line?
yes. I want to say he is below, but let me double check because he didn't finish top 5.
He is. Oh wait, that is okay. I got it right here. So he is right now below the cut line. Oh, well, not even below the cut line. Remember, this was it. Like this was the last race.
Right. Yes, you're right.
So Ben Rhodes misses the playoffs. Ben Rhodes misses the playoffs.
Because he was
Um,
like I think a slot behind or something like that. I forgot it was, but
yeah, him and his teammate Jake Garcia
yep.
were fighting down to the end, and I think they're only separated by a couple points. But in the end, Jake Garcia took that. So with the NASCAR Truck Playoffs starting, going down the order here, I guess we'll go from bottom to top. So in 10th place we have Jake Garcia. Ninth is Caden Honeycutt. Um, Raj in 8th. Grant Enfinger in 7th. Ty Majeski in 6th. Tyler Ankrum in 5th. Daniel Hemrick 4th. Chandler Smith 3rd. Lane Riggs 2nd. And Corey Heim is coming into the playoffs with a monster lead. Corey Heim has a 41-point lead
I mean, he's tough.
over
I mean,
second place right now. He has 7 wins on the season. Each win is worth 5 points. So wins alone, he has 5 more wins than the next person. So that's an extra 25 points. And then you got to count. So yeah, 65 stage points or playoff points. He has 65 playoff points. Doesn't make any sense because he has 7 wins
yep.
and what, another 30 playoff points. So that's another 30 stages he won. That's just
And
dumb. That don't make no sense.
when you lead that many laps,
Yeah.
and that goes to what we were
So
going to get to when it comes to the
he-
end of this race. I mean, he got
yeah,
another one.
yeah. There's win number 7 right there that he locked in.
After Chad Majeski got him and his teammate had that issue, Corham ran away with it.
Yeah, yeah. It was another normal truck race, and the crazy part about it is he's had so many issues already this season that Heim could have 10 or 11 wins, which is
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, so I mean, when you
astronomical.
start putting those in those of like people like, it's just like everything is clicking for his team. It's like I tell people, I say it's one of them situations when everything is on point, like everything, like, and you just it's just one. It's his time. It's his time. That's all.
So I'm looking. I was, I guess, redoing the math now because like doing stuff like that. Not only does he have 7 wins in the 20 stages he won, he also won the regular season championship, which is an extra 15 points on top of that. So he's all but assured, unless he blows up in 2 races in a row and doesn't win the third race for each of these first 3 rounds. He's basically gonna just go to the championship for in Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
He would need to have something astronomically happen for that to happen. But after him, it's a pretty tight field. You have 24 points separating second to 10th,
Mm,
and 9 points separating fourth to 10th. So it's only, and every point's one position. So a lot of space could be made up in a couple races.
very true.
Um, we could see our boy Raj have a
He had some
good
issues.
have a good race
Um,
and jump from eighth to third
yeah,
pretty
he didn't
quickly.
qualify good. He didn't qualify great, but he did battle his way up to the top 10. And then there was a under the green flag, he had a mental mistake and sped on pit road. So
Yeah,
that caused him. So I think he finished 18th. I think he finished 18th or 19th at Richmond. So, but shout out to
19th.
Rosh. Always got a lot of supporters out there, and seeing the crowd embrace him and people being from the area and stuff like that. Me, I'm a DC Maryland type of person, so that's why I'm born and raised there. So it's like I'm always gonna salute those that's from my area a little bit more than I salute everybody else. I salute everybody doing their thing, but I'm just saying when you from certain similar area, I'm definitely
hmm
gonna salute you. So shout out to him for making the playoffs with the
Second year in a
71
row.
truck. Yes,
Second year in a row making it.
2 years in a row getting a win.
Yeah, awesome stuff there.
I can't wait to
So
see what he does in the playoffs. He definitely could do some things in the playoffs. I mean,
let's
these
hope
last
so.
couple weeks have not been his best. So, but hopefully he gets all right, playoff mindset, team lock in, let's get it done. So,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So that's the truck race. It
yes,
wasn't
Lee.
that seemed a little bit longer than we were supposed to because that was
Yeah,
there was not
yeah.
much there.
So,
So on to
moving on.
yeah, yeah, the cup race. I was looking forward to that one. I love Saturday night track racing. Short Saturday night short track racing, Saturday night races in general. I just like night races.
So,
So I thought it was pretty cool.
real quick,
hmm
as this being my first short track ride, and somebody told me this. They said, "Hey, they're from Richmond. They go to the race a lot." And they was like, "Listen, when you go, it is different than if you go to like a Martinsville or something like that. It is a
Yeah,
short track, but it's different." And for me, I was able to see the difference they were talking about. I liked the race overall, but I wanted a little bit more compact of them, and I didn't get that. That was the only thing I was missing. That was the only thing I was missing.
um,
I mean, it had
you
flashes
can
of it. It
you
just
can
didn't give me. I'm just
we had it last year. It depends on the year because there are times where Richmond will give you a short track race that you want, and there's times where someone's going to run away with the lead and win by 19 seconds.
yeah.
That's the thing about Richmond is it depends on how good the car is that day. And also I know, with this Gen 7 car, people have issues following behind anyway. But
Huh?
thankfully this track, the way Richmond, I don't know if it's the way Richmond has matured or if it's the car, but people are taking multiple lines. I had my jaw dropped when I was watching Kyle Busch running the High Line.
Yes.
I was like, High Line at Richmond? I thought that was crazy. So he
Mm-hmm.
made it. He made it work. We'll get back to Kyle Busch later. I got some stuff to talk about that one. But yeah, no, it's a hit or miss. I want to say hit or miss because I think that they usually have some pretty good races, but it's not always going to be that short track knock 'em out, knock 'em dragon, whatever you want to call it. stuff like you get at Martinsville and Bristol and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was just like, I did want. That's the only thing. I'm not saying it wasn't a great race, ladies and gentlemen. So don't be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I just, for me to finally go to that race, and I just was like, oh, I'm going to expect a little bit more beating and banging.
Hmm.
I didn't get that.
Hmm.
That's all. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. I'm not saying it was a bad race. I don't think it was. I enjoyed myself. I had a great time. I had a great time. Trust
Yeah,
me. Shotgun the beer for the first time. Shout out to Still Horse Live. Y'all not following him. Make sure y'all follow him. Great guy. Was able to talk NASCAR and iRacing with him for like an hour with his friends. It was great. I had it. Like I was like, yo, it was great. It was like the whole culture of it all and just introducing some of my friends to NASCAR. And they actually like, man, we can't wait for the next one.
that's good. I forgot to ask you about that. That's good that they enjoyed themselves.
Yes, they. When I mean
It
to
was
tell
a
you,
pretty good
from
race.
they wanted to do. They weren't people who was like, oh man, I'm this ain't really my scene. Like they were amped about. Okay, so tell me what they do here. So okay, what's all we gonna do today? Okay, so what's going on over at this time? Oh, what they doing over there? Like it's just so. And most of the people at the NASCAR, especially in the RV area, they're so welcoming and friendly. Hey, come over here, do this. We're eating this. Hey, we go every year. This is where we sit at. This is what we
Hmm.
do when we here. So I'm glad I have the friends I have. And I said this on my TikTok live when I went live on Friday. Make sure y'all get some friends. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was the type, I've always been in NASCAR. I always wanted to be a race car driver as a kid. And I've told the story about, I'm not gonna say it again, of why I didn't do it when I was younger. So those who know. My mom told me something, and I was just like, all right, whatever, that's what we're doing. So the thing was, so when I got to college and stuff, my friends weren't talking about NASCAR. We was talking about the normal stuff, the stuff that we of my culture and where I come from was talking about. We wasn't talking about NASCAR. We talking about basketball, talking about boxing, talking about football. We talking about those type of stuff. So just because you have those friends, it's okay to still those be your friends. But even if you have to go by yourself, I just feel bad that I missed so much because especially when I went to college, I just was like, all right, cool. Yeah, I want to go to a basketball game. Yeah, I want to go to a football game. I went to a college where the Super Bowl of NASCAR, the Daytona 500
Right in
was
your
less than
backyard,
what 10-minute drive,
if that much.
and I never went.
Nope.
So that tells you don't let things box you in. So I'm glad I had the friends that wanted to come out and be like, yo, all right, where we sitting at? His like they didn't say, oh, let me think about it. They've never done it. And they said, yo, we want to go again. Tell us when it's the next one. They just like the atmosphere. They like the crowd. They like the roaring of the like. I was telling Kyle, one of my guys, he not used to being at the track that much. So one of his ears, he couldn't hear like after the Saturday race. Like one of his ears, I had to call him today. I'm like, yo, can you hear? He was like, yeah, I can hear now.
Got to
So
take that hearing protection with you just in case.
yeah, and I didn't take mine, but I mean, it would have. I mean, I should have brought mine, and I know just to always pack it. They was
Harbor
like, see,
Freight got some for like $5, some little red
hey,
headphones.
who you telling? Hey, I got the orange string ones. I actually have some black headphone ones, and I think I have like some orange ones.
Hmm.
So I know next time to definitely bring that stuff with, like, because I don't mind. I want to hear it. And he was like, "Whoa, you smell the debris?" He's like, "You feel like he?" We went all the way down to the gate. Debris popped him in his face like it's part of the tire little strip. He's like, he's like, I said, "Yeah, I mean, you're right there at the gate. That's what's gonna happen."
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, I love it. It's cool." So it's just like it's always good when you can see people who you would think don't want to go to those type of things and they embrace what you like to do. Also,
Yeah.
get some friends that embrace what you like to do and be different. Y'all ain't gotta like the same stuff. That's how you keep making things evolve. That's how NASCAR gets bigger and other sports that more people don't go to is when you bring outside people who are not used to watching that type of stuff. So I just wanted to get my little spill about, hey, venture out. If you want to do something, do it. And the right people who like, you know what, I'm gonna support this. I might not come again, but I'm at least do it once. Do something different. Don't do the same things. Trust me.
And that's your PSA today from Smack Like That.
Yeah. Let you go and start off with the who was on pole.
Yeah. Yeah. Ryan Priest is on pole. I think it's his first pole of the season. It was.
And
He's
he was in a must-win situation technically because him and his teammate were like right there.
he's been doing pretty well since he got over to RFK.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's good. It's good to see, you know. Um, yeah, so congrats to him on pole, you know. And the beginning of the race was pretty awesome. I know you know why.
Of course, I know why.
Yeah, our I mean we don't really hide it here. We're Bubba Wallace fans, you know. So our boy Bubba was strong and strong early. Um, Allmendinger actually surprised me and qualified pretty high, which was cool to
Dinger
see.
is always the you can't never count him out.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
much as I've learned about Almonding, I'm like, yo. So when you hear, oh, he's running up the front, you like, can't put it past him.
yeah. No, exactly. So it's definitely it was interesting, you know, to see them up there. You had Priest was looking decent early. Allmendinger was quick. He went. I think he qualified in like fourth or third. Either way, he was like running like second at the beginning.
Loretta qualified second.
That's right. Reddick was
Bubba
second.
qualified seventh.
Yeah, and it was I think 23:11 1-2
Yep.
pretty quickly.
Yes.
Reddick had speed. Bubba had speed. It was pretty awesome to see.
My picks
Um,
were early when people was asking me. I did tell people I thought it was either going to be Hamlin or Reddick who was going to win the race. That's before the race actually started. That's
right,
why.
right, and I mean, you had a pretty decent pick there because at the end of stage one, it was 23:11 1-2 with the owner in third place. So that was kind of cool. I mean,
Yeah.
not to take it to a somber area, but that's kind of like the 01 500
Mm.
where Dale was in third,
Yes.
then he had Waltrip and Junior in first and second.
Yeah. So
It's
it's
pretty
good.
cool, you know?
Hey, it's always good when you can see your coworkers right up there with you. Like, hey, good job.
You know, that's dope. I've been loving to see. Bubba's pace was on fire. Um, these last couple, not even last couple, last what 6 races, he's been
Yeah.
killing it. And Reddick has been in a slump, so it was good to see him qualifying second, win a stage. Um, after having so many issues. Um, and during um, the stage one break, my boy Chase got a penalty for going a little too far over in the box. So I was like, damn, I think he was running in like fifth at the time
Yeah.
before.
He
He
was
was
faster. He was
he was
faster.
pretty yeah.
He put up
So
some fast times on quality.
he was pretty quick. So it was happy to see. And it's funny because I saw the at the beginning of the race that UniFirst paint scheme. He always has issues in that paint scheme.
So you saying
So
he can
huh?
have the sponsor, but just not the paint scheme?
Change up the paint scheme or something. I don't know. Whatever it is about that teal and yellow, ch- y'all got to do something different because anytime he runs that, it's something. I don't know what it is. So he had that issue initially. So I was like, okay, damn, my boy went from fifth back to the back because he had a penalty, and then Denny went from third
Yes,
to
he
the
had
back
issues.
also because a messed up jack. They just dropped the jack. I mean, they were still on the right front as it was, but then the jack man didn't wait for them to finish, so he took the jack, ran back, realized his issue, had to go back, jack the car back up, let them finish right front, then go around and finish the rest of the pit stop. So that was unfortunate. Um, but then starting stage two, Bubba was in the lead.
He led, I think, 108 or 104.
Bubba led. Let's see how many laps he led today or yeah, yesterday.
Was it
He
100?
had fastest lap. He led 123 laps, the most laps of the whole race, and fastest lap. So an extra point for that. Um,
I think he's locked in. I mean, you ask me, I just think like,
locked in. Oh, you mean
what?
locked in?
No, like mentally. You know, we always
Oh
talk about him being
yeah. Oh
prepared.
yeah.
For him to be, this isn't just the he had a good one. That was just his day. No,
Nah, he's had a streak of he had a good streak at the beginning of the season. He had a
mm-hmm.
couple, bad finishes and then pick
He
right
got back.
back up,
Yep.
And he talked about it. That's been showing his improvement in mental strength. you know, throughout this season and, his what do you call it? Preparation in the off season. Because even Denny said before on a podcast, I don't know if it was his podcast or it was Dale Jr.'s, but Denny said that previously when Bubba had through his ruts, it was like all hands on deck. It's, like the worst thing in the world.
I did remember him
We
when
need
he
to
said
come
that.
down, we need to come
Yep.
over and make sure Bubba's okay. Because the slightest thing would set him off. But now he's like, no, like things happen. Let's move on. Let's keep pushing. We're doing great. So it's been great to see Bubba's um I want to call, I guess, mental strength
Hmm.
improvement, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
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 So so yeah, he did really well leading in the beginning stage two. Again, 23-11 was looking strong through stage two. And then we had the first round of pit stops coming up. And again, Denny Hamlin, another pit issue. And this time it was
Boss was having
the
issues.
left front when I don't know if you saw it the race, the left front wouldn't come off.
I saw there was an issue. I could, like it's hard to see like everything, but I did see right there because
Yeah.
I was actually in front of whose pit stop. But probably between first and third pit stall is right where I
Hmm.
was at. The first and the third pit stall. So
Right.
his was further back, but I could see he was having issues. I was like, yo. Then because
Yeah.
I was telling my boys like, isn't that Denny Hamlin? I was like, yeah, that's who kind of the guy picked the win, and it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah. The left front wheel was stuck on. They couldn't get the lug nut off. Apparently it was over torqued in the previous pit stop.
That's the
So
only thing I be hating sometimes when you go to the real things. You can't unless you're looking on the phone or you got the scanners and you're hearing, but you got to switch back and forth to hear. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's just like
yeah,
I feel like I'm missing because NASCAR is an experience to me. So it's
yeah,
like you smell the exhaust, the burning rubber smell. You smell beer being spilled. You hear people cursing at their favorite driver. You hear them booing their driver they don't even care about, but they just gonna boo just cause. It's
yeah.
like it's so much going on that you don't like you embrace it all and it's I don't want to be on my phone trying to hear what the broadcast is saying, but you miss out on stuff. So
I
that's
get
why
that.
I have to come home and be like, all right, I still gotta go rewatch what happened, even though I was there.
So that's funny because I was talking with um one of the new guys in our Discord. The Smack and I are in a Discord together for our team. And when a new guy's in there, he's a diehard racing fan. And he was telling me that he went to the Michigan race earlier this year. And after the race, he went home and watched the telecast to see what he missed. And I was like, I 100% feel that because I've been to a couple races myself where you just miss stuff, you know, that happens. Just like you said, you miss stuff that happens, that's not really broadcasted at the track. So yeah, we got I guess honestly we got the itch, the NASCAR itch that bad, guys. But it's one of those things. You go see the race live, but you got to see what you missed from another point of view
Because
later
I always
on.
want to be able to talk. I don't want to be caught where I'm like, um, so
What happened
you want to
here?
go the other way? You got it. So what I'll do is either I'll hop on NASCAR.com or I'll go to certain content creators that I know. I'll consult with Kyle and other people. I'm like, yo, so I can get if I don't clearly understand what happened in that because I just don't want to run with something. I'll
Right.
go with this is what I saw.
Yeah.
But if that's not really what happened, because they say your eyes play tricks, you be like, nah, yeah, you saw that, but that's not really what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, after that, um, as we heard, Smack's pick for Denny Hamlin to win the race was in danger because of a second pit penalty. Well, that being said, his other pick for the race, Tyler Reddick, got taken out in
Yeah.
a weird set of circumstances. And now that I've looked over it again, because at first I was gonna say that Daniel Suarez is not a very good person, but looking over it again, I can see what happened. Is Ty Gibbs was on old tires. Um, Daniel Suarez was on newer tires, so Ty Gibbs center corner speed was just not as high as Daniel. So I guess he expected Ty to go, and Ty was trying to go, but he just didn't have the same grip that Daniel had. So Daniel got into the rear of Ty, shot Ty up the track, and consequently took out Tyler Reddick.
Hmm.
Big damage on Tyler Reddick's car while leading the race. So that sucked. Oh, no, he was in second place at the time. But yeah, that really sucked. Because like I said, he was looking really strong, and this could have been, another race that he won. So I don't know. It was unfortunate, but like I said, after looking over the tape, you can't fault Daniel Suarez for what happened there. I don't know. What do you think?
Seeing it live, I was pissed.
Of course.
But then, like you said, you go back and you rewatch stuff. You got to rewatch. Let me turn it. Okay, then you hear about it, you read about it, and you realize, you know what? All right, this happened to me. Hey, this man is like, hey, I'm ready to go. My gear is good. I got brand new stickers, meaning tires. So mine's is tracking, mine's is gripping.
Yeah.
Pause. But and I couldn't go. You can press that gas, but guess what? If you got them old tires, they ain't gonna be spinning.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to can't catch the track. Guess what? You just slow.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Reddick, I want to say he was sent out of the race, but he had some pretty bad damage, especially to his right front.
Yeah. And
So
people who don't know, just the smallest damage. I was telling my boys to say, yo, it could be the smallest piece that will mess you up. And that's
yeah, yeah, it was unfortunate. And after that, we still had one. I'm not saying one more bullet in the chamber, but Bubba was still leading, so that was nice. That was nice at the time. But they say cautions breed cautions. So we had the Reddit caution.
mm-hmm.
You know, right after that, John Hunter Nemechek hits Cody Ware, so we had another caution.
Mm-hmm.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, caution number 3.
Oh, this one hurt Apex Hunting.
This one, ah man, I was, I was hurt, but I was still happy, for other stuff going on. But it looked like Kyle Busch was a wrecking ball, as Miley Cyrus likes to say it. This man came off of turn one, got into Ross Chastain and Brad Keselowski. Then he cuts in front of Chastain, gets into Chase Briscoe. Then Chase Briscoe spins and he collects Justin Haley, Denny Hamlin, um, Gilliland. I can't remember. I want to call him David, but I know that's his dad. Todd Gilliland,
Yeah.
Ty Gibbs. And then after he collects all those guys, he decides to cut down the track, doesn't see my boy Chase, and right hooks Chase head on into the wall.
Hate to see it.
Chase had before this had completed every single lap except one this season. No DNFs in the first 24 races. Doing really well, or 25 races. Doing really no, yeah, 24 races. You know, so he is running second in points, battling for that point championship. I know Kyle didn't see Chase there, which I mean just blatantly obvious. But what was he doing before that, big bro? Kyle, I appreciate you as a driver. What was you doing there before, big bro? You came off, hit Chastain, then hit Briscoe. Like, come on, KB.
Hey, hey, it sucks.
I don't know.
It
I don't
does
know.
suck. So I'm mad I missed it live, right? Granted, it sucks. You know what I'm saying? 11 cars.
There's a lot of cars.
11 cars, and I missed that
Yeah,
because
as you
the
you
last
wanted to
caution,
see a rate. You wanted to see a wreck, or you wanted to see bumping and banging. That would have made you feel more complete there.
I went to the bathroom. I get back. Wife say, "Hey, you just missed it." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Went to the bathroom doing a caution. That's smart. But then some guy from housing on the back said, "No, look at the screen. Look at the screen." I said, "When did that happen?" And all you see is that teal color. The number 9 car on the daggone snatch truck. You like, oh, snatch truck then got number 9. So I told my boys, I said, when they do that, and the driver get out, it's a wrap.
Yeah, yeah. That one hurt. That one. I mean, I guess you could say even though my boy Chase was out the race, we can still consolidate. At the time, Bubba won stage 2. So I was happy. I was sad that Chase felt the race, but I was happy that Bubba won stage 2. I'm
Yes.
like, okay, Tyler got
I'm
knocked
telling you.
out, Chase got knocked out, Bubba's still running fine, Ryan's running well. We're going somewhere. SVG's moved up the field. All right, I still got some momentum with my boys. We're doing
Hey,
okay,
the bumps was I'm telling you, chill bumps. Even though it was like 90 something degrees outside. Granted, once that, I ain't gonna lie, night races are so dope. I ain't gonna hold you.
right?
Night
Right?
races
Yeah,
is once you
yeah,
can get past once they hit like 8 p.m.
yeah.
and the clouds come in and that sun is gone. You know what I'm
Was
saying? You get that Lion King sunset.
was it cool
Oh,
there? Like chilly?
no, I wasn't chilly. Like I said, it
Okay.
was like 80, like 90 degrees right before the race started. So I think the
Oh, see, you were
I
fine.
got down to like 80 or something.
Okay, yeah,
But
yeah, you
once
were
them,
fine.
you just had to get to that Lion King sunset. Once you saw that, you like, oh yeah. And them man, ain't nothing like that's what hey, racing up under the lights. That was my
It's
first night
cool.
race.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
hey, and then my boy is running good. Like I'm in there, yeah. I'm turning to everybody. I don't care you booing them. I don't care. Yeah.
All right. So, well, yeah. That being said, stage 3. Stage 3 happened. Um,
This
I
is
went
why
hurt cuz
races are
but
not won on the first stage,
yeah.
one in the second stage.
So Bubba went into stage 3 with the lead, and I don't want to sound biased, but one of the drivers I'm not too particularly a fan of, Mr. Michael McDowell. They've had the run-ins before, but he decided, I mean, you're gonna race hard, it is what it
Yeah.
is. You're gonna race hard. So Bubba, I believe, was on the outside, if I'm not mistaken, and I think he was on the outside. Yeah, he was on the outside, and you had McDowell on the inside. So McDowell's, racing him hard, trying to take that lead, which I mean, it makes sense. You want to always lead the race, especially in these cars where clean air is king.
Yeah.
Mr. Austin Dillon took advantage and passed them both and took the lead,
That's what I
which
was liking. I
power
did like
move,
yes.
power move on Austin Dillon's part. More, props to him. Can't knock that at all. That was good. So Bubba fell back to second, and it was like, okay, we're still in this with a shout, but that 3 car was just
Ellen
bad
was I was
fast.
just looking like once I was like, no, and I was like, maybe through pitch strategy he can get him back. That hey, number three
No,
going around that track, I was just like, yo, what the
he was strong last year too there. So that's the
yeah.
thing is they just brought the same car back, with the same setup. Like car was quick. He might not have qualified great. I think he actually qualified pretty decent. He qualified decently, if I'm not mistaken. So, and
Yeah,
I mean,
it wasn't horrible.
yeah,
No. What was his quality? What did he
he
start?
qualified in 11th.
Yeah. That's
So
how
not horrible.
when I
You know?
started watching the quality because we got there in time for the truck race and I took my boys to see the qualifying. He
Yeah.
was in that last group of people to qualify.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, he qualified 11th. It's not horrible. But like I said, they had the setup they needed, and he had a long run car. He just had just bad speed to begin with. So it's props to him on that one. So like I said, he took the lead, shuffled Bubba back to second after Bubba was able to clear McDowell. Um, and then the second pit sequence happened in the third stage
Mm.
where Bubba stops and they have an issue with the left rear. It's where it doesn't go on the car, and you see his pit crew waving him down like, "Hey, you got to do something." Wisely, he pulled over into the 19's pit.
Yeah,
Shout out to
I
Nabrisco.
did watch the video where they actually played the audio of them telling him on through the thing. They had said like, "Hey, stop at 19."
Yeah, because he's a teammate.
Yeah, there's Joe Gibbs or whatever.
Yeah,
So my thing is, so I was telling my boy. So I ain't gonna lie,
hmm So
it's so easy to miss things when you're there at the race, right? So I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie. I thought my initial thought, Bubba blew his pit stop, right? Because I was talking to my boy right here, right? When
hmm
Bubba went into the pits. So then when I turn, Bubba is in the 19 pit, and I'm like, I missed something, man. And then they take it forever. So my boy's like, what the? they doing? Get over the line. Manager, the dude never been to a NASCAR. He's like, what are they doing? What the? So I'm just like, listen. I said, all right, let me see. So then he said, forget this. I'm going on. Went on X. He said,
Yeah.
why he in 19? So I was like, did he blow his pit stop? So then they didn't have the official thing of what happened. So
Yeah.
I
No.
didn't read about that till later. I got back to the hotel probably 1 in the morning. That's when I found out. I was talking to a couple race fans. I still had my Bubba Wallace shirt on and all that. And so we were talking about the race, and I was like, it's like, yeah, there was something with it. So then I got back to my room and actually read. I was like, because I even called you while you was on stream. And yeah, Apex was kind of upset because I told him who won or whatever. I was going off. I was livid. Like I was livid.
Bro,
So
you
I was
continue your story first before I get on you about that.
I was like so mad. I was just like, oh man. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? I try my best like to keep my composure. But I was just like, that's when you know you really like a sport, you really like a driver and stuff like that. Like when I watch other certain sports, besides boxing and racing being my top two, right? I like
Hmm.
players when it comes to NBA. I mean, no, I'm an Orlando Magic fan, but you know, we got some problems up in Orlando. They trying to figure it out. But so
Getting there.
needless to say, I watch it because I'm a sports person. But it's not. I don't really be like too upset when it comes to NASCAR and boxing. Those are the two sports that can get me upset. Formula One, I mean Lewis Hamilton, but besides that, I just watch it because I like racing. So I don't have like a Formula One really can't make me mad. Not yet. Has not made me super like mad. NASCAR gets me that way, and boxing gets me that way. So I was definitely upset because after that issue, Bubba went down. How many laps?
He went down one lap first,
Yes,
then he got a penalty
yes.
for pitting outside the box and had to stop again, and then went 2 laps down.
So
And
my
he
question, right?
okay.
You saw how they the sticker tire, right? Is that going to be a penalty for somebody on Monday morning?
They said no
Okay.
because the tire didn't come off in the field of play.
Okay.
It didn't come off
I
on
know
track.
sometimes they say if equipment, technically, tires part of equipment, goes out of your pit area. So I'm like, technically, that's not his pit area.
It went up his pit area, but they're talking when it comes to tires, if the tire falls off on track, then there's a suspension to the
Okay.
crew chief and I think the
And
car
I think
chief
it's either the crew. I think it's usually the crew chief, and then they find out it's either the jack person or
or
somebody
somebody.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, but since he didn't get back on track, there's no penalty towards them. There's only penalty towards pitting outside your box.
And then my thing was, so I'm not saying that they did this. I'm really not. I'm really not. And you know, Bubba's pit crew, they've been doing a phenomenal job this year, way better than last year and other issues they've had. My issue with that, right? So my boy was like, I was like, you got to think. Granted, you're a teammate to me because we're a part of Joe Gibbs, technically, right? But am I going to hustle like I will hustle if I'm wearing 2311?
I mean, no, I mean you're not. They're not part of Joe Gibbs. They're part of 2311. That's like saying DEI was part of RCR when
Yeah,
Dale Jr. was doing the thing. And hey, we just gotta shout out. Thank you, Knacker.
shout out the
Knacker.
knacker.
Yeah, it's the best podcast out there. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. um, yeah, no, it's like the thing when DEI was out there, you know? They didn't
Yeah,
say that it was part of RCR. They kind of did their own thing, even though they had an alliance with them.
yeah.
It's the same thing with now. Like 2311 is isn't a part of
Yeah,
JGR.
yeah,
They're a part of Toyota, which
yeah.
is why they were able to, I guess Bubba's crew chief was kind of looking down the pit road like who can we ask isn't pitting right now that we're not going to hinder. So he's looking down pit road. He's like, okay, stop at the 19's box because Chase already pitted, and you know you won't hinder them. So he's gonna stop there, and then I guess after that they gotta call the 19's crew chief James Smalls and tell him, hey, we need you guys to help us. And James Smalls has to go and communicate with his crew. The 23's his tire fell off.
Yeah,
needs you guys to put it on for him.
yeah. It did
So
seem like they were willing to help. I was like I said because in the
yeah,
beginning when it's all happening, you're like, oh,
yeah,
who's to say that they would wasn't moving? But like you said, it's a line, regardless if it's 60 seconds, 30, however long. That's still time.
hmm
Everybody knows Kyle Larson won the championship off of having one of the best pit times. So pit
yeah,
times matter.
yeah.
So with that being said, it sucked for Bubba and his team. Hopefully they don't let it linger. He definitely had a. I
They won't.
definitely think he had a chance. Now, did he
They
have a
won't.
chance to catch the three? I think it would have been the pit strategy would have been his way to catch him. I
Not.
think it would have been that and getting in traffic.
I think Bubba probably would have finished in the top five if not a podium position yesterday.
Yeah,
Or
I would have given
less
maybe
so.
third if he couldn't catch up to three. I think would have. I
That's
would
a
have
second
given.
podium position.
Yeah,
They don't do podiums in NASCAR, but you know what I mean.
yeah, I get you.
I mean points for yesterday, he had the 11th most points. So still a pretty good point day. He finished in 28th, but scored 11th most points because he finished second in stage 1 and he finished what's it called? First in stage 2. So he picked up some pretty good points yesterday. All things considered, you know.
Yeah,
Um so with that being said, we had Carson Hocevar who was trying to do a different pit strategy to everybody and do a 3 stop versus everybody else's 2 stops. And he pitted early and took the lead. You understand how that happens? The whole undercut strategy.
explain it.
Okay, so Hocevar tried to I guess to do it to where tires matter. We know
Yeah.
tires matter, right? But the tire fall off at Richmond after 10, 15 laps, you notice a drop in pit in
Hmm.
times, right?
Hmm.
So what happened was basically Hocevar, he would pit early and he gave up time to the leaders. I guess pitting from, let's say, I think he was like maybe fifth at the time,
Yep.
right? So he goes a lap down, but when he gets back on track, he's able to use that speed to
To get
catch up
back
to
to
the
the lead.
leader, unlap himself, and then with that time delta of Dylan having to pit, Carson's already on the lead lap after he unlaps himself. So he essentially takes the lead
Yep.
by pitting early and using his fresh tires to make up that time he did lose by
Yeah.
pitting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So that's essentially what Hocevar tried doing, um, and that's what Blaney did. That's what Blaney did to Dylan to take the lead with 96 to go. Is Blaney pitted a lap earlier than Dylan, so he was able to take the lead after the pit sequence because he used that because he only pitted by 1 lap,
Yeah.
but that 1 lap of pace after the tire fall off is 2 3 seconds.
Hey, that's
You make
different.
up those 2 3 seconds on that lap, it
Yeah.
works. So that pit strategy call, granted, Austin Dillon had a rocket ship of a car last night, but that pit strategy call to when, because since Blaney did it to Dillon and then before,
Hmm.
Dillon's crew chief knew we're not going to have this thing happen to us again. We're not going to get caught with our pants down. So Dillon, he passed Blaney, and as soon as he passed him, they said pit now
Yep.
because we're not going to, because people were like, oh, Blaney should pit to undercut Dillon to make sure that he can get that lead back. But his crew chief was 1 step ahead and said, "No, we're gonna pit first and cover off your pit strategy because not only are we ahead of you, we're gonna pit before you and then use those fresh tires and our pace to hold you off."
Yeah.
And that's what they did. So it was a not only did they have a great car, but a great pit call by that crew chief.
And because of that,
Yep,
he does it again.
2 years in a row.
Even though the first year was not,
He,
he
yes,
avenged. I say he avenged himself in the right way this time.
no, he won it right the first. He won it right this time. Last year was
For those who don't know, go ahead and
BS.
explain to them. Tell them what happened.
Last year,
Yep.
so last year he was desperate to win the race. So coming to the last lap of the race, he basically ships Logano, which I mean I'm all for. I'm not gonna lie, like that's fine. He ships Logano. Often I think he just spins him. So basically going around the corner, tags Logano, spins him out, and then Hamlin is coming around, and then he right hooks Hamlin. off into the wall too. So he basically, I think he got suspended for was for right hooking Hamlin, not for taking out Logano. Let's be real, because right hooking is just not allowed. But either way, he won the race by crashing two cars, last corner, last lap, and NASCAR's like, yeah, we're good with some of that stuff, but we're not good with all that stuff because you could have really hurt Denny by right hooking him into the wall. Like you could have endured him a little bit, rub a little paint, but we're not going to do this whole right hooking thing. So last year, like the whole when you're in situation with NASCAR,
Yes, everybody knows who
it,
don't know.
yeah,
If you win the race, you're in.
to the playoffs.
But they said, okay, we'll credit your win. We ain't crediting you to go in the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah, they took that one away from him, which I mean, in all fairness, made sense because it was a
Yeah, I'm like,
pretty,
all right, we don't take the win away from you. Still goes down because hey,
yeah,
contract time. That's some things people look at. Do you
yeah,
get a win?
yeah. Did you get a
And
win? But
granted, his grandfather is
he has a
the
lifetime
owner,
contract.
so
He's not going anywhere.
I don't knock people. I told somebody this yesterday.
Yeah,
I said I don't knock people how they like, as long as you ain't put somebody else in harm when you making your come up in anything in life, whether it's racing, business decisions, a 9 to 5 blue collar job, whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? If just because you know somebody you can make a call, I
yeah,
ain't knock you. I'm not jealous of that.
right.
My thing is because you still gotta stay there. Now,
Yeah,
granted, for him, I mean, it might be a little different for racing than it is like having a blue collar job or something like that. It might be different,
yeah.
but he has what 6 wins and 400 and
Something starts.
something starts.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
He's won at every level.
he has one at every level. I mean, I'm not
We
gonna
all
say,
know he's not Dale Senior. Yes, we understand that.
yeah,
Those shoes are not getting filled. He understands that. And from what his thing he said yesterday, I respect the fact that I respect any man being their own man. Yes, you're racing a number three, but it's your job to make that your number three when you're in it. And he's okay with being considered the underdog. He knows, yes, everybody knows my grandfather owns it, blah, blah, blah. But I do like, they were saying he does take on more of a role, and he was saying that he has Ty Dillon, that's his brother.
hmm
He's racing as well, and he's like they're trying to take more of a load off for their grandfather. He's about to turn 80 or whatever. He's been in the racing scene for I think 50 years, something like that. So he's like they're trying to take a load off him, but granddad is like, nah, I'm still here. And I'm
hmm
sure they argue and get into it just like any other family slash co-worker. So the fact for him to still go through all that, hey, it don't matter if your grandfather give you the car, you still got to drive. And
yeah.
we can't, as much as nobody expected this to happen. I was going to people, did you expect him to win? No. Did you expect him to win? No. He did it.
I mean, yeah, no, you got to give him his kudos because I mean, we've seen other examples of family-owned teams put in, their son in the car. Like, unfortunately, I don't want to make that example, but Cody Ware, and we see where Cody Ware runs. I mean, granted, they're not one of the best team, one of the fastest teams, but I mean, he's also not the best driver for it, but he's still in there. So you see, I guess, signs of nepotism, but in this with this kind of nepotism, it's Austin Dillon. He has won the big races. I think he's won the Daytona 500. Was it
Yes.
twice? Once or twice? He's
He won
won.
in
I think
2018.
he's won the Indy. He's won now twice at Richmond. Like he has 6 wins in his career, and you can't just
And I
stumble
think
into
they said
six
the last
wins.
person to do the back to back at a track for number three car is I think
I mean,
T.
we know that because there's not many people that have driven a 3 car. So yeah, that's gonna happen.
So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that makes
I,
sense.
I get that one,
That makes sense. Who else has driven a 3 car in the last 40, 50 years? And Childress has been in NASCAR for almost 60 years. I think his first start was in '69, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I know. I'm a racing encyclopedia. Don't judge me.
Hey,
But
this is why you gotta have somebody else on here. You'll be like, second, hey man, answer that question for them.
yeah, yeah, it's sickness, honestly. No, but no, kudos to Austin Dillon for getting that win and being just the having such a strong car. because you might have a good pit strategy call, but like you said, Smack, you gotta drive the car, and he was able to do that tonight and or last night and prove that it's not a fluke. He
Not a
won it
fluke,
the
ladies
right
and gentlemen. You gotta give him. Hey,
yeah, he won it the right way this time.
before last night he was ranked 28th or something.
Let's see where he was at in
Because
points.
they have not done it yet. Where they looked earlier, so they had him
He
ranked
was in
25th.
he was in 20 no, he was in 28th before last night.
Oh, so
He jumped 3 spots after yesterday's win.
but because he has a win, what that
Mhm.
means.
That means he's in the playoffs. So that's good for him. That's good for him. He qualified for the playoffs. Um, so we have, I think, 14 winners this season. We have 14 winners this season. So I would
But
say they're
go ahead, I'm gonna let you finish your thought. Go ahead.
okay. So we have 14 winners left in this season, and 16 people qualify for the playoffs. Right. With that being said, it's going to be um, one spot left because judging with Tyler Reddick has I think 80 something points to the cutoff line, and you can only get 68 points total for in a NASCAR race. So I believe Tyler Reddick is gonna get in on points without even having to win next week at next week's regular season finale at Daytona, which is going to be interesting. So with that being said, what do you say, Smack?
No, I'm saying yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be an interesting one there. Around the cut line to see who's gonna get in um the playoffs for or coming up.
So
It's it's
yes,
it's a
it should
crapshoot
be
next week
Reddick and who's the other person? Just gonna get in.
in 16th.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna ask you. Are you gonna take? I think Bowman right now is in 16th. So are you taking Bowman or are you taking the field
You saying am I taking Bowman to win or am I taking
to
Bowman
make the
just to get in?
to get in? Is Bowman gonna be that 16th driver or
But
is
if
it gonna
there's a
be
new driver, he doesn't get in, I think.
exactly?
If there's a new winner, he doesn't Bowman will not get in,
That's what I'm
ladies and gentlemen.
saying. There's all these drivers fighting for one spot. Bowman right now is in on points. If there's a new driver, or a new winner, he's out.
And
So
Tyler
you're
Reddick's
taking Bowman or you're taking the field?
I mean, with it being a crapshoot, I don't see Bowman winning. Even though it's a crapshoot, it's Daytona. I don't have him winning.
So you have a new winner. I mean, the last couple of years we've had new winners. Last year we had Harrison Burton winning in the 21 car.
You want to know who I think will win? Because he's owed one. And he just, he's earning it. It's gonna be throw it out there. It's two people I think might win. If it's not Bubba, two people. If I'm not going fan wise, and I'm just going by what I've seen people.
And these are new winners.
Yes.
Okay. Who do you got? Who you got winning next week?
Y'all not gonna like this. Ty Gibbs.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
If not him, Busher.
Oh, yeah, I mean I think you said I wasn't gonna like it, so no.
I said some might not like
Oh, you
Ty
said
Gibbs.
some. I think you said oh. That's fine. Ty Gibbs or Chris Busher winning. I mean, I can see Ty Gibbs hooking somebody on that last lap to win it. Busher, I come on. If Ty Gibbs has a chance to win the race, I see
I
him
think he's
spinning
different. I
somebody.
think he people that had a conversation from like,
No,
come on,
yeah,
let me holler at you. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think he's had a conversation where he's calmed down. He's gonna
he
race you hard. I mean,
he's
I
gonna
gotta
race
get
you
in.
hard, but if Chris
Do
Busher,
you
I
blame
could see
anybody though? Would you blame if Chase was that type? I mean, not saying that Chase is, but or even Ty's that type. But if it comes down to it, and I got a race to get in, I'm gonna race you the hardest I can. Grant, I want to keep it clean.
that's what I'm saying. Keeping it clean though, that's what I'm saying. Is I could see
How
Ty
much
Gibbs.
clean are you doing on a
I-
Daytona race?
You can be pretty clean. You can
Coming to
just
the last to go, and it's like, hey, there's always I'm not granted. We've always expect that big wreck, and sometimes it does not come. So
But it's one of those things with the draft where it's kind of like if I'm pushing you ahead and I'm going to try and set you up for a last lap pass at Daytona, I'm going to try and go high. I'm going to try and fade low. I'm going to try and pass you, right?
mhm.
And it's the person's responsibility to block. I feel like Chris Buescher will do those things if he gets alongside the car. He's going to just try and side draft him and try and take it. Where I feel like if Ty Gibbs is alongside that car, he's gonna just say, "Well, I want to get in, swipe across that bumper."
No.
We've seen him do it to his own teammates in the past.
Yeah, I just hope he's he's mature. I think still in the
Ah,
learning process. He had an issue with the crew chief the other what
that
Watkins.
was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean,
So I don't know, man. I can see you might be right. Ty Gibbs could win, but I feel like I can see him winning. I can also see him taking somebody out to win. That's all I'm saying. I'm not denying the fact he could win it.
you just saying how.
Yeah, I just said how exactly.
I ain't saying
So,
nothing.
nah, Busher and so all right, so you're saying Busher or Gibbs will be that 16th person into the playoffs.
Yep. If it's not a repeated winner,
Yeah, if it's not a repeated winner. So if it's a repeated winner, then Bowman
so
if
no
Bowman
Bowman's
Bowman could be in if he doesn't have any issues.
issues. Yes, if he has a bad day at DNF, whatever the case, oh, pretty bad.
Because I can't remember how far.
Speaking of that,
What's up?
uh, somebody did win something. Your boy did not win, and is his teammate due to granted, it's the best 12th place finish he's had because after Richmond, we now have our regular season champion,
Yeah,
Willie B.
because he's
Chase
leading.
was
I
under him in
think he's
point.
leading by exactly the amount of points.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, and the crazy part I forgot to mention that too is Willie B actually got in the chase while he was spinning. It was kind of like let me just make sure I clean him off
Listen, I don't want
to
you
like
coming from the back. I need you
to
to stay
like
out there.
that was crazy. Like he got right hooked by Bush, and while he's still spinning, Willie B just gives him a little. Let's make sure this one clears up real quick.
Hey, Slim, that's crazy.
I was like, yo, come on, man. Congrats to Willie B for getting his damn regular season championship. I guess
Indeed,
you know.
I can't knock him. I can't knock him. Shout out to him for getting the dub.
So
He got the regular season championship now.
yeah.
Now, before we wrap up, I had a conversation with Still Horse in his ass because he's been watching probably as long as you have. He's a little bit older than you, but
Mm.
he's been watching about 30 something years, and he was like, I asked him, "Are you okay with whoever is the fastest, wins the most races, gets the most points? That's it." So I asked that to you.
So so basically the old
So are you
um
okay with this? If they said, "Hey, he's the champ,"
who's the champ? Willie B.
okay,
Um, I mean that was the old what's it called before? That was
that was old
old
platform.
points old yeah points format before. I'm fine with that. I think I like the playoffs. I'm one of the I guess say one of the few. I guess one of the few
Mhm.
fans who like the playoffs. What my problem is with the playoffs is it should be 12 races, not 10 races. And it should be 12 races only because they should have a 3-race final between the final four.
Mm.
Not this stupid one race nonsense like it's a national championship for football. Like you have these 3 races in each round, then just keep it the same way the whole time. You know what I mean?
I get you. I think the gripe with that would be that people are you have half and half, right? Some people like the playoffs, some people don't. I'm cool with it either way, but I would rather how can I put it? It's like sometimes it's drawn out. Some people already feel the playoffs can be drawn out, right? So I think under your format of adding more than just that one single race in Phoenix to end it all.
Hmm.
If you add 2 to 3 more races to that, right? It's like to the people who don't want the playoff format. So
If
it's like,
if it's too long, then drop it down. Make it the last 9 races of the season, and you only have 12 drivers in there, you know? You
okay,
can do that too, or you can have 15 drivers in there, and you
hmm,
still have it down to 9 races, so you drop 5 in the first round, and then you drop, I guess, the next 7 in the second round or something. I don't know like that. So you have it down to your final 5 in the last 3 races or something like that.
okay,
You know what I'm saying?
I
My
get you.
math didn't add up there, but I'm saying you drop 5 in the first round, 5 in the second round, and then you have the final 5 in the third round.
Okay.
So you have 9 races to figure out your champion. If people think that is too drawn out. So in that case, and you know me, I like my numbers, I like my fractions. So if you do the first 12 races or the last 12 races, then you got 2/3 of the season
Hmm.
to figure out who goes to the playoffs. You do the last 9 races, you do 3/4 of the season,
Hmm.
right? So I feel like I don't hate the playoff format, but I was also cool with the original points format. My first 9 years watching NASCAR was the original points format,
Got you.
you know? And my favorite driver lost on that because he just I guess he came in what? He came in second 5 times in that playoff format? Sorry, in that original format, even
Yeah.
winning 9 races. He won in 1998. Mark Martin won 9 races and still lost the championship to Jeff Gordon because Jeff won 13 races. In '02, he lost to Tony Stewart because Tony Stewart just had more points by the end of the season. In 1990, he lost to Dale Earnhardt by 12 points. And he had a 25-point penalty over some nonsense that shouldn't have been a penalty to begin with. So, it's one of those things where I'm perfectly fine using that old format, but I also like the playoffs. I feel like the playoffs adds an extra bit of intensity to the last bit of the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially the last races of the playoff of each round. So I mean I'm cool with either one. I'm not gonna shit on them for having the playoffs. Like I said, I just think they need to get rid of this one race nonsense to end it all. That's a crapshoot. And Joey Logano should not have won the championship last year.
Is it because
He
Joey Logano?
shouldn't have. No, I've been saying this for forever. I've been saying it for forever. They need to have a 3 race thing. He could have made it in there too, but I don't think he would have won um the championship if it was 3 races. So that's all it is, man. I'm not sure if you like that answer or not, but
I mean, no, I mean, I ask people for a reason. So you get your opinion on how it's just going from the old format to the new format. What makes sense? Obviously, they were talking yesterday about TV, and it's a TV thing. It probably is a TV thing. Got
hmm
to keep it running longer. We need more money. You know what I'm saying? All that, more revenue.
I don't know if it's a TV thing. They've had 36 races before. I mean, okay. I'm not gonna say it's not a TV thing because it is a TV thing when it comes to the last race of each round because that's just better TV. But NASCAR's always been a quote unquote TV product. I mean, that's what they were talking about Big Bill France earlier when he would throw his cautions that was better for the show, his phantom cautions that you were complaining about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's racing, but it's also, I guess, quote unquote entertainment sport. But I think you can have both, well, without watering down the product. So, like I
Yeah.
said, I think if they just extended the last round, things would be a bit better. And give these damn cars more horsepower. For the love of God, give them more horsepower, or reduce the downforce. One of those two.
You
But yeah,
are right.
so with that being said, looking forward to next week because we
Yeah.
got to
What's
be up
going
early
on?
for work.
Yeah, what's going
Um,
on next week?
Next week we have the regular season finale for the Cup boys at one of my favorite tracks, Daytona. So we're doing super speedway racing next week. It will be a crapshoot, but I'm looking forward to watching it because, like I said, I love Daytona. Um, it should be interesting. I Is next week the regular season championship for Xfinity also? I don't think it is.
No, we don't think so.
When did the playoffs start for Xfinity? Um, nope, That's a Cup. Playoffs start for Xfinity. Oh wow, they don't start till Bristol. So Xfinity still has one, two, three races left in the regular season. So yeah, well either way, it's the regular season finale for Cup. So we're looking forward to seeing what happens there. And the Cup will be on Saturday night. Xfinity will be on Friday night. No trucks next week. So looking forward to some more Saturday night racing or to night racing in general because night racing is awesome.
Yes, I mean, like I said, and then when you're able to see it there live, it's just that much better.
Oh, and we're curious to see. We'll find out later in the week. Will Connor Zillage race next week, or will he sit it out?
So
Because
they were talking
after,
about that. They said they have him go around, do lap with do, and then he'll Junior can have somebody else step in.
I mean, he possibly could do that because the week after that is the road course in Portland. I think you want to have him ready for that one because he can get win number 7 in 2 weeks. So I say get him to start, get his points, and then get ready for Portland if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I think all I got for this week. I'm looking forward to next week.
Yes, I cannot wait until Daytona. I hope Daytona gives us Daytona.
Daytona does
That's all I
Daytona
can say.
things. Super Speedway Racing. We can't say restricted plates no more. Just Super Speedway Racing.
I hope it's fun. That's all I can say. I hope it's fun, but
Yeah.
not putting my hopes up on it because
Rally is
uh,
the best racing. Rally is pretty good racing. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's
I've watched it.
insane. It's
I've watched
insane.
it.
I respect the
Definitely,
hell out of rally drivers. They got some, yeah.
definitely.
I can't say that, but yeah, best drivers, best drivers. They have best reflexes too. It's absolutely insane.
I mean, of course. I mean, you gotta come on.
I am not gonna deny that.
Listen, we appreciate every person that goes in the comments, all the likes, all the views as we continue to grow. We appreciate
Yep.
everyone, man. Definitely, hey, anytime you want to chat with us, let us know. Put us in the comments. Like I said, I'm going to get the interview line popping soon, so you guys can call in. We will have some people up on here who also like racing that will come in from time to time and chime in with us and sit with us and talk racing as well. So the more you come in and you show your love for motorsport, we'll let you come up, rock with us for a little bit as well.
Yeah.
But make sure y'all, hey, my boy does have another big race coming up. Last week didn't go great, but hopefully Tuesday is better.
Yeah.
We have the Fox Teca League where we
Thank you for that
have
follow.
DTM Zone. Uh, Apex Hunting will be running. Kyle Robinson and Miles Brown. Both of them are part of Drive Trainer Motorsport. Make sure y'all check them out. Make sure you follow Apex Hunting on all socials at Apex Hunting, HUNTIN. Make sure y'all follow him. If y'all rock with me, rock with him. Sub to his YouTube. Make sure, hey, if you got an Amazon Prime account, sub to that Twitch. You know what I'm saying? My man, he definitely will be streaming on Tuesday. Don't know if he's streaming tomorrow, but I know he's streaming the race on Tuesday. So remember, race starts at 8:30. So make sure y'all there for the green flag at 8:30. Don't come at 9:30 because you're gonna be too late.
Yes, yeah, like you did last week. But let me start real quick. Stoner, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. We don't play much rally. We play a lot of iRacing, that's for sure. Like Smack was saying, I have a league race I'll be streaming. McLaren GT3 Fix Series. Do you do any creator series races? Um, I've never been a part of one, but I'd be interested in doing some creator series races. So that'd be awesome. I know Smack would be interested in doing some stuff.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
So yeah, let us know. If you want to do that, I'll be down. I'm always down for some racing. I got my little wheel here as part of our thing, and I got my other wheel here. Oh, if I can get it, I can't even. Oh, my wheel's stuck. Smack. The wheel's. Oh, there it goes. Oh, the baby here. Yeah, yeah, that old thing. Hey, it still works. I'm not complaining. It works for me right now. I got my little CSLDD going on. But yeah, shout out to uh to my boy Smack. We really miss doing these podcasts. It's a lot of fun. I see that smirk smack. It's always great talking motorsport. And hey, Stoner, if we can, we might start covering some more rally here too. We just like covering motorsport, you know?
Yeah, everything goes.
It's a lot of fun. Say, yeah, yeah, Matt I was talking about you. Matthew Pavlik. That's I was telling earlier about the guy who joined our Discord who was
Oh yeah,
watching the yeah, that's cool. But anyway, we got to cut it for the night. Got to be up early as hell for work tomorrow.
gotta pay
Just
bills.
yeah, got to pay those bills. Stoner, thank you again for the follow. Knacker, Pav, thank you so much for watching as well. Um, like I said, we'll be back streaming. I'll be back Friday to stream my league race, Fox Hecka League race, round 3 at Road
Friday
America.
on Friday.
I said Friday? I meant Tuesday. Did I say Friday?
Yes, you did.
Oh, my bad. I will be
So no,
I'm tired. I'll be back on Tuesday to stream my Fox Hecka League race, round 3. McLaren GT3 is at Road America. Should be a good one, and looking forward to it. Um, McLaren's a fun car. It's a great series. Shout out to Fox Hecka. But we're going long. I appreciate y'all.
thank y'all. Make
What's
sure
up?
y'all like, subscribe, hit that
Yes.
thumbs up, and ring that bell so y'all know every time that we drop something. All right.
Yeah.
Till next time. Smack like that. We out of
Appreciate
here.
y'all. Good night, guys.